And it was great not having no pain the next day. I got up and I walked and I said, this is what I want. I want to live with no pain. Basically, I had a motorcycle accident, and after the accident, I just couldn't, perform as well. I was on pain 24/7. It was, it was really bad. It was there constantly. It was there, it was there so long that I just got used to it. I had a Suzuki 800. Had a Suzuki 800 that, it was my baby basically. It's the first one I bought, brand new, and I only had 6,000 miles on it when the person decided not to see me. I guess he said he didn't see me, and I have to give him that credit. To give him credit. But it could have been worse. He could have ran me over with his trailer. Once I had the accident, it just kept on growing and growing and getting worse until Dr. Deuk said, well, these are your options. You can live with the pain, take pain medication, which I don't like drugs. You could take the shots, but they will last so long because it's something that will come back eventually. So, or you can get the laser surgery that will take care of that, and it's a pretty good thing. And I said, well, let's go with the. I don't like the drugs. I don't like to live with the pain. I know the shots that's a temporary relief because my brother did that. He's doing that, and I said, well, let's go with the surgery. I was very concerned. Me and my wife were very concerned about the back surgery. I was scared because it's a big decision. I was scared. I was unsure if I should have done it or not. We had to think about it. We did think about it about 2 weeks before I decided. I said, okay, because the pain was there, and it was hard. It was bad. A doctor gave me hope. Said we could get rid of that pain. We could get rid of that pain. But thinking surgeries, I'm not good. But this one, I only had 2 surgeries in my life. Appendix and this one. That's it. I'm not too fond to surgeries. But we decided to go with it. I said, let's see what happens. The surgery was at around 8 o'clock, and I was heading home by 10. And since you are all drugged up, you really don't feel no pain or nothing. But the next day, that was Friday till Saturday. It was a Saturday. I got up from bed and I said, wow, this is. I never felt this before. This is wonderful. Being with no pain. This is a great feeling. Not having pain. How could I live so long with pain? I don't know if I should mention. I do work for the post office, and the post office is they don't. There's no rest. You clock in, you keep working until you clock out. That's it. And I want to play it safe, so I took a couple of weeks off before I started going back to work, because there is some heavy lifting. There's a lot of twisting, jumping in and out of the truck, going upstairs, walking. I do walking, carrying heavy bags on my shoulders and stuff like that. So I didn't want to risk it. So I took a couple of weeks off, and and I'm glad I did. You know, I didn't drive the same day because of the drugs, but you know, I could have driven the same day. You know, that's the only reason, because of the, I don't know, they gave me some drugs. I can't remember what it is, but Valiums and stuff like that. But the next day, I could have drive. I drove just, you know, just like normal. And walking, you know, I got up and go up the stairs, down the stairs. And the Deuk Spine Institute, they do treat you real well since day one. They will take care of you. They will call you when you got your appointment. They will set you up. Dr. Deuk will go step by step on the procedures, and his assistants will explain what are they doing. They do take care of you real well. I really don't got no words to explain how good he did with me, because you know, I'm living proof that the surgery with Dr. Deuk really works.